Hey everyone, welcome back to Dark Forest for the next episode in our Let's Play series, where we'll be harvesting our field of canola, oats and the second field of barley. Right, so we're just on our way up to the store. Even though last time I said I wasn't too fussed about upgrading the combine, I've decided we will do. As we've got $184,000. I've also cut down another 100 trees since last time. A lot of those are loaded up and ready to be sold on our trailer, so we've got probably another 60,000 on top of the money we've got. So I thought we may as well get one of the used equipment combines that's available currently still. So before we do that, we'll sell our current setup as we'll no longer need it. So we're not going to get a huge amount back. I was about 6,000 for the header and the trailer. 23,720 for the combines, not too bad actually, which will go up. So $28,456 we'll get back for the combine. That takes us up to $214,470, which is actually a little bit more than I was expecting to get for the combine. I didn't quite think it was worth that much. So if we go into the vehicles, used equipment, the combine I'm going to go for is the S550 S670 series by JHG Modding. I'm going to leave it pretty much as it comes, apart from upgrade the grain tank, because the current one is actually smaller than the combine we've just sold. So if we go for the factory foldable extension, is going to be another 24. I think we may as well pay the extra and go for the 28,225 extension. It'll bring the price up to 127,299. But I still think that's fairly reasonable. We'll go North American specification. We will put the trailer hitch on this one so we can actually pull the head around with it. The pipe, I think at the moment, I think we should be okay with the 5.6. So I'm not planning on getting a big header for this just yet. We'll relieve everything else as it comes, and we'll get rid of the number plate. So we'll get the S550. So we'll purchase that, and then we just need to get a header to go with it and a trailer. So if we go to headers, and I don't think we want anything too big. 9.1 I think should be more than adequate. It's a nice upgrade from the one we previously had as well. Design will keep standard, configuration will keep standard as well. So that's another $30,000. We just need to get a trailer for that one. So if I find base game one that's got combinations a similar size, so 9 meter, we'll get the N630 should be okay. We will change that to John Deere colours though. Spare wheel. I will have a spare wheel, why not? And we'll get rid of the number plate on that as well. So that's another $6,500. But we do now have a new combine, header and header trailer. We're left with $50,136. But there is our new harvesting equipment. So yeah, complete change of mind from last time when I said about not upgrading the combine just yet. Actually, the repair on this is not too bad either, and it's got 13.6 hours, which is not a lot of work at all for a combine. So obviously in game it's quite a bit. Well, yeah, we'll get this all back to the farm, then we can make a start on harvesting our fields. Right, as you can see, just as we come past the gas station, I've been very busy. So I cleared 100 trees in total. We've got a nice big stack of logs there. There's also another big stack of logs over by the trailer that's full of logs as well. So that area's all been cleared, ready for when we cut the grass, which will be next month. and then we can extend our grass field into that area. So there's still plenty more trees to cut down behind the sheep pastures, so we can then extend those out a little bit as well, just to give the sheep a bit more space. So what we'll do, we'll start off with the first or the second barley field, which is this one just here, and then we'll work our way back to the farm, finishing with the field of oats. So let's get our new combine unfolded. One thing I forgot to do while we was down there was repair this, so we'll quickly just do that. So it's going to cost 1,914 to repair, which isn't too bad. Let's get our new header attached. So we've a nice upgrade from what we previously had. One should last us a reasonable amount of time. So we'll get that load down, switched on, and away we go. We'll leave the straw swath as well, so we can bale up this straw once we've finished, which we'll keep with the other bales, and then we'll sell over winter. Okay, so we're coming up to 100% full for our first load. So there we go, 14,220 litres. So we'll go and grab the tractor with the gravity wagon, which is actually a little bit too small now to fit one load in. So I may nip up to the store and replace our gravity wagon with the 4,000, which has got more capacity. Possibly also get a second one as well, so we don't have to make 2 trips from the field. Okay, so rather than get a second, replace the first gravity wagon, I just bought a second one the same. But that should give us a capacity of 22,000 litres for both of them, which should be more than enough to fit this field in to both gravity wagons. I think it's just over 11,000 litres for each one now. And so we've already done a large majority of the field for 14,000 litres, so should fit the entire field in here, saves us going back, unloading, then having to come back over here again. The canola, we won't get as much off that field. It's a similar size field to this one, and canola is obviously a much lower yielding crop than barley. So I imagine the probably entire canola field will probably fit in this combine. The oat field will obviously be a bit more, it's a slightly large field. And oats aren't too bad yielding crop either. So yeah, we'll get this field finished. We can get the barley all into the grain silos, top up the chickens as well. And then we can make a start on the canola. Right, that is all our barley harvested for this year. Another 4,209 litres in the combine. We'll get the pipe out and get this unloaded. So we'll top up the chicken's feed first, and then the rest of it can go into our grain silo, which should already be set up from last time to put the barley into. This is where we could really do with building another trailer home, so I can actually start hiring a worker for field work. Or I could get a worker to start on the canola, which I may do actually. because I think that'll help out a little bit. So if we just go and move the header trailer out the way, there's no doubt it'll get in the way of a worker turning around. We'll get a new trailer built, so we've got a home for a field worker, so someone we can hire for helping out with the work in the field. So I can get a worker then to start harvesting the canola while we go and unload the gravity wagons. So we'll just stop that there, and if we just nip into build mode, we'll go over to the trailer park, farmhouses. We'll get one the same as what we've already got, so from the trailer farm buildings pack by Omatana. Get that straightened up and try and get it sort of level with that one. I think that looks about right. And then we'll do the same as last time, just put a slight bit of gravel in front of it. So they've got some access to their actual trailer. And again, we'll just take off that little bit of a corner. And we'll give them a mailbox as well. Although it does take a while to scroll through to them. This is where we definitely could do with the search function mod that was available in FS19, where you could type in what object you wanted and it'll just bring up those that fit that criteria. I'll drop a mailbox in as well. So yeah, we've got 4 trailer homes now. 1 for the sawmill, 2 for the horse helpers, and now 1 that we can use for hiring somebody to help out with field work. So there we go, our workers off. So while they continue with harvesting the canola, we'll go and get this into the grain bin, and then we can come back and get the combine unloaded. Okay, so first we'll top up the chickens feed again. I say I've not done it this month. So they need topping up. It's going to be probably a few more months before we back up to full egg production, because we only recently just got back up to 500. So there's almost 3,000 litres into the chicken feed trough. So the rest will go into our grain silo. So actually we'll get all the barley into here. We can switch the auger over so we can unload the soybeans. And then we can get that up to the sell everything container and get the soybeans sold. Okay, so we have a whopping 9,077 litres of soybeans in the rear gravity wagon to sell. The price currently is around about 1,200, so we should get close to $12,000 in total. Well, there we go, $10,292 in total for the soybeans, so a little bit less than I was hoping for, but we're back up to 44,000. So that covers the cost of the trailer for the worker and a bit towards the new gravity wagon as well. Okay, so back to the farm, and it looks like our worker's got 1 strip left to do, or 1 and a little tiny bit after. Combine looks like it's almost full as well, so we'll take over. I think it's going to have 1 tiny little strip left to do. So if we come over this side and we'll unload. So potentially we could finish that strip off actually. 92%. We'll see if we can fit it all in the combine. Yeah, we'll see if we can fit it all in the combine rather than unload and then load again. But it's going to be very close. I don't think it'll be as close as the soybean field, which was like 99%. It was what, 23 litres short of a full load. So 97%, 98. It might just fall short of getting to the end of the field. 99. Oh, literally 100% as we hit the end of the field. So we've still got that tiny little strip left to do. That's not going to be a huge amount, but that's probably close to 15,000 litres of canola. Which I'm not sure what the best price for canola is on hard economy. So let's have a quick look. Canola. So 704 is showing as the highest price. So I imagine we'll probably get a similar amount, so around about $10,000 from that field. I say not a huge amount, but it's a little bit of extra money that covers various costs of the farm, so I can't complain. So we'll get that unloaded, we'll get that strip finished off. Okay, so we've got 14,460 litres of canola in total. And we'll get that into the empty grain bin. And then we'll make a start on the oats. I'm looking at the time as well. I think I may be able to get the grass field cut for hay as well. But we'll see how we go. So in our silo now we've got 37,411 litres of barley. I estimated we needed around 30,000 litres for the chickens for 12 months. So we've got plenty to keep them going now for 12 months. We've only got 1,398 litres of oats left. So just about the right time to get some more oats in for the horses. And then we'll have the 14,460 litres of canola as well, which we'll sell when they're at their highest price, which is looking like it's November. So actually that could work out quite well, because I don't think our soybeans will be ready to harvest till around about October, November. So we may be able to sell the canola and then put the soybeans back in this bin, so we don't need to build a fourth one. So not quite close enough to get the rear gravity wagon. Oh, just about had it then. Oh, there we go. So I'll get that last 3,000 litres in, so then we can make a start on the oat field. Okay, so we're just going up to the finishing the second pass of the headland. I'm at 92% full. So what we'll do, we'll unload the combine, then I'll let a worker take over, and while they harvest this field, we'll go and make a start on baling up the straw in the barley field. So I'll just get this turned around so we can get it ready for all the worker to take over. So yeah, 13,500 litres of oats so far. We've still a fair amount of the field to go. There should be plenty of oats for all the horses for the next 12 months. Okay, so we've left our work to take over and finish off the oat field. So while they work away at that, we'll get the straw baled up in this field, and then we can head back over to the oat field and get the straw all baled up in that field as well. That should give us a lot of straw bales. We had 8 last time. Well, 9. Yeah, we was 1,000 litres short of 9 bales last time, which we've just got 1 off this. So we should get another 15 or so bales off both of these fields, which we'll sell over winter. Right, last little bit of straw on this field. So far we've got 7 bales. I think that's it all done. Just pick up that tiny little bit of straw because I know a few people get a little bit annoyed if I leave bits. But there we go, that's that field done. So 3,164 litres in the actual baler towards the next one. I say 7 bales in total off that field. Technically 90% of the first bale was from the previous barley field. But we should get a similar amount off the oat field, if not quite a bit more actually. So yeah, I did say 15, probably close to 20 bales in total I imagine. It looks like the combine may need unloading. Is it still going? Yep, still going. Right, I will probably go and unload the combine if we can catch him before it gets to the end of the field, which I don't think we will be able to. It does look like his lights are flashing, so yeah, 80% just come up. See if we can catch him or catch them. Don't think we're going to quite make it, so I'll just jump out and stop the worker. I don't think there's enough space in the gravity wagon. Well, definitely not enough space in the gravity wagon to fit the entire combine in. And we've only got 40% capacity left. But we'll get it unloaded and we can reset the worker off. And they can finish off while we go and get the oats into our grain silo. Right, our worker has finished harvesting all the oats now. And we've been continuing the straw, so we're up to 17 bales in total so far with a fair amount of straw left to bale up. So we've got another 11,193 litres of oats in the combine. We'll get this unloaded into the gravity wagons. We can get the combine put away. I don't actually know if it'll fit in the shed I moved everything to. So we may have to put it back in the other shed for now. But that's the harvesting all done now until the soybeans are ready, which will be around about October, November time. So with the oats, we're up to 23,952 litres, so just short of 24 in the silo. I say we've got another few thousand litres from the combine as well to go in there. That should be more than enough to keep the horses going for another 12 months. Right, so we'll get the last 11,193 litres of oats into our grain bin. And then we'll finish off getting all the straw baled up. Get those collected up, and I think after that we'll make a start on doing the grass. So we've got that area of grass. We'll probably take that trail load of logs to sell first as well, just to get that moved out of the way. And then we can cut our actual grass field and then that bit over there for some additional grass, which will then plough up and sow with grass as well, so we can extend our grass field, so we can get some more hay and silage then. Right, last little bit of straw to do. Just about get another bale out, hopefully. 96%. There's a few tiny little bits just where the at the end of the swath rows where it was a little bit too wide for the pickup. I don't know if we'll quite get enough to get this last bale out. Maybe just a little bit short on the straw. That will get converted to hay obviously when we start baling up the hay, but it would be nice to get the straw out so we could leave the baler empty when we start the hay. See if we can just try and get this last little bit. Yeah, we need 360 litres, which I don't think we're going to get off these tiny little bits. What's that? Not a lot in there. I don't think there's quite enough, so yeah, we might just have to So we're not going to quite get this last bale out. Yeah, we're still over 200 litres short, so we'll leave it at that. So we got another 26 straw bales in total, so not too bad. Well, that is that job all done. So next job will be to get this grass field cut, and I'm considering actually replacing our mower. I know we've not long purchased that one. I'm just going to have a quick look at the mowers. I was considering changing to the Vermeer, which is a 6.3 meter work width. 13 mile an hour work speed, 110 horsepower requirement, so we could pull that easy with the International. So that's currently 4.5 meter, so that's a reasonable step up, almost 2 meters extra. So it'll reduce the amount of time it'll take us to do that field. So I think if we get the International, we'll take the John Deere mower up to the store, we'll sell that. That should hopefully give us then enough money to... But where I put the International, I'll put it away in the shed. Should give us enough money then to buy the Vermeer mower, and we'll use that one to cut all the grass. Okay, so back down to the farm, get our new mower unfolded, and we can get that switched on, lowered down, and we can get this area all cut. Which, looking at it, it's going to be a decent sized grass field now. Obviously we won't come right up to the track, we'll leave a slight boundary when we actually plough in the field. Well, that should give us a nice amount of hay, and then silage for when we come to do the silage bales again later in the autumn. Which will give us a little bit more money when we come to sell those in winter, along with all the straw bales we've got as well, which we've got 26 plus, trying to remember how many we had last time, 8, so 34 straw bales in total to sell. Higher capacity than the last ones as well, so we'll get a little bit more from those. I need to remember as well, I've got the fence around this section, and we'll just come inside and we'll just keep to the actual field now as we continue on cutting. I forgot to get the trailer out the way as well with the logs on, which I did say would sell before. I completely forgot about it, so we'll just stop that there and I'll get that shifted out the way. As you can see, we've got a nice big stack of logs there, some of the shorter offcuts there, and then we've got another couple of stacks of logs over that side, as well as some more the other side of these trees as well. So we've got plenty of logs to load up and sell at some point. Well, the main bit was just getting this area cleared so we can get this grass field extended. And it makes sense to cut the grass that's in this area first as well. Gives us a little bit more hay. Make use of the grass here as well before we plough it all in. Okay, so we've got the last little bit of grass to cut up. Doing this, it's not looking very appealing to ted this field with our little tedder, to be honest. I'm considering putting courseplay on and getting a worker set up on courseplay to do the tedding, while I can then go and get some more logs sold. But I think that may be a job for next time. Got one tiny little weed there that won't get cut, so I may leave things here and then we'll continue with this next time. So before we do though, we will get the straw bales all picked up and get those moved off the field. But we can say we're leaving the grass to dry out naturally for a bit as well. So that's all the grass cutter anyway. So it's that is a nice decent sized area. With our little tedders, gonna take a while to go over that. So we'll go and get the bale collector and we'll get the rest of the straw bales picked up. They're not all going to fit on this trailer, plus we're going to need to unload them anyway to fit the hay bales on. So I'm going to have to try and find somewhere we can actually put these. I was considering replacing this shed with the bale storage shed that's available. It's like a barn that stores bales as well, but that is a little bit expensive. I don't currently have enough money to buy that. So I may just put them on the ground somewhere and then we'll have to find a shed that's suitable to put them in, just so we can store them until winter. Obviously there is no real need to put them inside a storage building like there was on using seasons on FS19. The bales won't rot or disappear being left out. It would be still nice to keep them dry. And so that's the first 24 bales collected up. So I'm really not sure what's the best option to do with these at the moment. So I may just try and put them... I mean, we've got space in that shelter, but I don't think we're going to fit all 24 in either of those. So I may just put them down the back of the Quonset shed at the moment. Possibly look into bale storage mods. Or potentially getting another shed put somewhere that we can put them in. I think for now they'll be okay down the back of here. So as we progress and we start building up the other area, we'll probably get some better storage for bales, because we don't need to keep straw down here because there's no use for them. But we'll possibly have some use for them in the future if we do get cows or pigs, so we'll need them for bedding. We've got last 3 bales on this field, and then we've got the 8 on the other field to collect up. Was it 7 or 8? I can't remember now. Well, we'll either have 11 or 10 on the trailer. Okay, so the last couple of bales to pick up. There was 7 on this field, so we'll have another 10. And that'll be all the straw for this year, all baled up. And looking at the sawmill as well, we have got quite a few prefab walls now. We'll have more next time we come to sell than we did last year, because obviously we've had the sawmill in for a long period of time this time. So we'll just check prefab walls. Actually, we can do it. So maximum showing March. So yeah, it's going to be quite a while actually before we come to sell those. I thought we'd sold them a little bit earlier in the year than that. Where is prefab walls? Have a look. What's it showing on here? According to this, the best price was October last year. But the time saving stock check is showing March for the maximum. Actually, let's just work that. Yeah, I'm not sure if that mod's working. So the max price on here is showing us 549. And the current price is 4940, which is actually not too far off the max price. The time saving stock check is showing the max price is 4949. And we're only $9 short of that max price currently. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but we'll keep an eye on those because we've got about 10, 15 pallets there, prefab walls, which almost 5,000 per pallet. There's going to be another, what, 75,000. So yeah, we'll definitely have to keep check on the price of those as well, because that'll be a nice payday when they're ready. I'll get these straw bales put next to that stack there, and at least they're out the way for a bit, and I'll try and decide what we're going to do with them. So I will have a look into a few bale storage mods, see if there's any suitable to fit in. So there is the barn, I'm not sure who it's by. There's two different versions. There's one that's red with a green roof, and the other one's like grey with a light grey roof, which I'm not particularly keen on the red one with the green roof because it doesn't quite fit with the other buildings. So trying to find something that'll fit in and is a little bit more in keeping with what we've got here. I know it really doesn't matter, but it would be nice to have buildings that kind of go with each other a little bit. Well, that's all these straw bales collected up. I say we've done quite a bit today. We've got the barley finished off, harvested the canola, oats, baled up all the straw as well, and got our grass cut for that new area. So I'm probably thinking I may go round and ted up that grass ready for next time, and then we can just get it raked up and baled. Saves hiring a worker, but I may also put course play in as well, because it's not something I use very often. It'd be nice to do it in a let's play as well. But anybody that's not sure how course play works, I can just show you quickly how to set up a basic course for doing a job like that. So yeah, I may leave it till next time. I may have done it already, but we'll see. Okay, so let's see if I can get the whole trailer to sell again. I managed it last time apart from that one log that didn't want to sell. I think if we try and get it so that front bunk's on right about there, let's see if we can do it all in one. Sort of. That's not quite, but close. So 64,038, and probably another couple of thousands for that last few logs. 6,499, so we're back up to 79,114. But yeah, we'll end it there for today. So hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. And if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, then please do consider subscribing. We've got more Farming Simulator 22 content coming up with this series, and also the live streams as well once a week. So again, big thank you for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. Goodbye.